Hello and welcome to We Fixed It. Today we're going to remove and replace a window regulator on a 1999 to 2003 Dodge Ram van. The window was opening but it would not close all the way and had to be forced up to close the rest of the way. So it was decided to replace the window regulator to fix the problem. First, we will have to remove the door panel by removing the 4 long screws on the door and 1 on the control bezel. Next, we're going to remove the 2 short screws, 1 on the door latch bezel and 1 in the door handle bezel. There are 3 trim clips holding the door panel on. We will use a trim and molding tool to pry the door panel off. Now you can see the plastic moisture barrier, which should be kept intact as much as possible. Note the speaker must be removed before taking the plastic moisture barrier off. Here we are using an 8mm nut driver to remove the speaker, which is held on by 4 short screws. Next, remove the speaker connector from the back of the speaker. Now it's time to carefully remove the moisture barrier from the door. Try to keep the moisture barrier as clean and dry as possible so you can reuse the adhesive on the back when reinstalling. Now we're going to remove the wiring clips from the door regulator and disconnect the connectors to give some more slack in the wiring harness. Now we have to detach the window from the regulator. There are 2 screws which need to be loosened but not necessarily removed to do this. The window brackets may need to be pried free since they may be well stuck after many years of being clamped down. This will allow the window to be moved away from the regulator. If you're not able to move the window down to the position where you can reach these 2 bolts, you can remove window motor and 3 nuts that hold the window regulator to the panel and the one white wiring cable and remove door panel. A couple pieces of cardboard between the window and window track will help get the window from sliding down after the regulator is removed. We decided to remove additional cable clips and connections and disconnect the window motor. Now we're removing the T15 torque screw from the door latch. Let's slide the door latch slightly forward to remove it from the panel. After loosening the 2 screws at the top of the panel with a 10mm socket, they don't have to be removed due to the slotted holes. Next, we have to remove the 2 screws at the bottom of this panel, which will free the panel from the door. Carefully slide the assembly under the wiring harness. We decided to check to see where the window was binding, so we plugged the motor back in and raised and lowered the window so as to find the binding point. We noticed that the cables would pull in tight at a certain point and it wouldn't go any higher, so off to the bench we go. Now we're going to remove the window motor and the 3 nuts that hold the window regulator on the panel. And don't forget the small white cable clip. Checking into the window regulator assembly, we found that the cable was badly damaged and destroying the plastic housing. Bad cable probably caused by a broken strand that allowed it to unwind and bind. Now we're waiting for the regulator from Amazon. It should be here tomorrow. We should have part 2 of this video in the next day or 2. Thanks for watching and please subscribe.